side by side. Into turn 3 now, still door handle to door handle. Let's see.
Henriksen has the run on the inside coming out of turn 2. Give third place to the number 0, Scott Woodford.
On the shell. Hold on. NASCAR driver Jeremy Mayfield.
It's a win-win for everybody with these type of cars, and we're not spending a ton of money to race them.
Welcome back, everybody, to Franklin County Raceway in Callaway, Virginia. This is the second twin 50-lapper for the Grand National Super Series presented by ECC Engineered Components Company. I am Joshua Weatherman. If you weren't with us earlier, you may have missed one of the greatest Grand National Super Series races of all time. Jeremy Mayfield, Chrissy Wallace, AJ Henriksen, Chris Burns just in an absolute slugfest for the win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for the second twin 50-lap race of the night here at Franklin County Raceway. Rookie Garrett and Dexler filling in for Bob Shack will start on the pole after the invert in the number 75. Mitchell Stapleton of Stapleton 42 YouTube fame will start second in the number 42. Row 2, Chris Burns in the number 18 looking to get some redemption from that first race. And the number 46 of AJ Henriksen. Row 3, Chrissy Wallace in the number 23, followed by her teammate D2 Motorsports number 19, Jeremy Mayfield. Row 4, Super Dave Hutchinson in the number 62, and Walter Pecora in the number 9. And row 5, rounding out the field, Isaiah Hogan in the number 81. And how about this, Richard Caldwell in a Franklin County Raceway Limited Sportsman. Thought, why not? Let's give him some laps to join us, have a little fun at the tail end of the field. There you see Chrissy Wallace in the 23. Led the first half of that first twin 50-lapper here at Franklin County Raceway. But it was her teammate, number 19, Jeremy Mayfield, who ended up in victory lane after just an absolute incredible battle. We'll see if the second race can top the first. It's going to be hard to do. As the field paces around this fast 3/8 mile track. Again, 14-second laps here at Franklin County Raceway, mentioned it in the first race. Front row, Garrett and Dexler and Mitchell Stapleton, both drivers looking to add their name to the GNSS winners list. And Dexler with a stellar background in karting, microsprint, legend car racing. And then, of course, Mitchell Stapleton. If you're a NASCAR historian, NASCAR fanatic, you've probably seen his videos on YouTube. His multiple shop tours, just awesome, awesome content. Then behind them, again, Chrissy Wallace in the 23 making her debut night with the GNSS. And AJ Henriksen in the 46, two-time GNSS champion. The all-time winner here in the Grand National Super Series. As the field is doubled up, ready to go for 50 more laps of Franklin County action. The one and only time we visit Franklin County in 2025. These drivers definitely want to make it count. Maybe even enjoy some moonshine after the night's all said and done. Garrett and Dexler, Mitchell Stapleton, Chrissy Wallace, AJ Henriksen, Dave Hutchinson, and Jeremy Mayfield. You notice Chris Burns not making the call to the race. Hate to see that as the green flag is out. We're underway here at Franklin County Raceway. And Dexler and Stapleton side by side for the lead. Give it to Ann Dexler coming out of turn number 2. And Dexler leading his first career Grand National Super Series laps. Mitchell Stapleton right there in tow. Side by side for third behind. That's Chrissy Wallace and AJ Henriksen. Henriksen guarding that outside lane. Strong on the outside is the number 46. Henriksen using that outside lane to his advantage. High, wide, and handsome. Look at this run from the 46 of Henriksen. Everybody now trying to settle in, waiting for that lap 20 competition caution. What you show before that? Garrett Andexler adding more career laps led to his resume. You see the D2 trio right there, Chrissy Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield battling out for third. Could Jeremy Mayfield go back-to-back, sweep the night here at Franklin County? He's got a very determined Chrissy Wallace to get through if he wants to do that. But it's A.J. Henriksen all over the back bumper of rookie Garrett Andexler. Dancing in Andexler's mirror, waiting for him to make any mistake at all. Andexler getting some valuable experience here, battling with one of the best in GNSS history, A.J. Henriksen, to his inside. Give the lead to A.J. Henriksen at the line. 43 laps to go. Henriksen looking to book it out of town here, but remember, as I said, there will be a comp caution, so the field will be re-racked, restacked again. As we go back to the battle on your right, Chrissy Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield for the last spot on the podium. Encountering some lap traffic, that's the number 9 of Walter Pecora. Hate to see the number 18 of Chris Burns not making the call after such a great first race. He'll look to rebound at his home track of Carteret next week as Chrissy Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield nose to tail for third. Chrissy maintaining a solid gap between she and the number 19 of Mayfield. As the battle for the lead starting to heat up once again up front, A.J. Henriksen with a mirror full of Andexler. The veteran versus the rookie. Thousands of laps in these Grand National Super Series cars for Henriksen. Not the same for the number 75 machine. Bob Schacht looking on, seeing what this young hot shoe can do with the red number 75. Right now he is battling for the lead with one of the best to do it, A.J. Henriksen. Encounter more lap traffic. That gives Andexler the chance to go low just a little bit. They're close, but no cigar for the number 75. We got a chance to speak with Andexler earlier in the night to talk about how he got here in the Grand National Super Series and a little bit about his career in racing.
Well, pretty much back when I was about 5 years old, we got a go-kart, and ever since then it's just been different cars every week, just about, all over Ohio, all over the country pretty much. A bunch of nationals, a bunch of local events, Can't thank my grandpa enough.
We know you're a kart racer, outlaw racer. How much does this differ from what you're used to?
Definitely a total different game with the size amount of a car. It's definitely with a wider body car, you got to have your surroundings pretty much set, especially gap to the wall, gap to different cars, and making moves is definitely going to be a challenge. My mind is set on Craftsman Truck Series. Hopefully, within the next couple of years, when I turn 18, we'll be up there.
He's definitely pretty much getting his money's
back
worth
when I was
right
about
now,
5 years old,
battling out
got a
with the number
go-kart,
46,
and ever since then, it's just...
as we are just moments away from that competition caution. Is Henriksen saving some tire? Is Andexler saving some tire? Are they even saving anything at this point? As there is the lap 20 competition caution waving. Not really what Henriksen and Andexler wanted to see. They had gapped this field tremendously. But now we will restack them, re-rack them, and try again here in a few pace laps. Earlier today, we also got a chance to talk to the track operator here at Franklin County Raceway, Timothy Meadows, about what the challenges are of running an asphalt racetrack in 2025.
It's like a family down here, and I didn't want to see it not open this year, so I stepped up, and me and my wife stepped up to make sure that everybody down here that's family had a place to run. I mean, people get on this racetrack and they turn to enemies, but as soon as the flare goes down, we're all talking, we're all going to eat, having a good time and getting it. And on the other part of that, the bad part about the unexpected part is it can be a very big headache. And I understand why so many short tracks are going out, because it can be shown to the promoters and the owners of the tracks, but it's really hard with a lot of the getting cars here. People promising you to come and then they don't. But we've had a bunch of great people that said they'd be here all year and they have.
Great to hear from Mr. Meadows. Glad to see that he took up the responsibility of running this track. It was a real possibility this was going to become a lost speedway. And this is one of, in my opinion, one of the true gems of short track racing here in the Southeast Atlantic Coast region. So great to hear from Meadows. Also owns a haunted house attraction around here in Virginia. Glad to hear him talk about that as well. As it's all been A.J. Henriksen and Garrett Andexler up front. The number 23, Chrissy Wallace, down pit road. Not sure what the cause is on that machine. She'll hopefully look to get back out before we throw the green. And here she comes, right as I say. Not sure what happened with the number 23. Maybe the handling not to her liking. Maybe some mechanical gremlins under that D2 Motorsports 23. Glad to see her make it back out in time. As this has already been a very adventurous Grand National Super Series debut for Chrissy Wallace after that amazing battle in the first race. Now she's going to have to battle her way back through the pack. As on the front row, you see on the choose, Jeremy Mayfield has decided to take the outside front row, and Dexler staying on the inside. Henriksen and Mayfield, the story of 2025. Here we go. Green flags back out at Franklin. Henriksen with a run off two. He'll take the lead, but Jeremy Mayfield right in his tire tracks. Chrissy Wallace there in fourth already. Chrissy Wallace almost some contact there with the number 75 of Andexler. Andexler a little sideways there in the top left corner. We look in the top right. There's Mitch Stapleton and Richard Caldwell. Thought he was just going to make a couple laps. No, he's ready. He's ready to win this race, trying to win it. Richard Caldwell right behind the number 42 of Mitchell Stapleton. Making good time with that Franklin County Limited Sportsman. And there's Andexler and Wallace once again fighting for that last spot on the podium. Wallace all over the back bumper of that 75. 75 drifting up just a little bit wide there as we are halfway down, halfway to go at Franklin County. The story is on the bottom right of the screen. Garrett Andexler, Chrissy Wallace. Two drivers making their debuts tonight in the Grand National Super Series. And Zexler and Wallace battling for that third and final spot on the podium. Henriksen and Mayfield on the top left of the screen battling for the lead just as they have all year long in the Grand National Super Series. Mayfield almost running the same identical line as Henriksen. Both of these drivers' lap times nearly identical. 14.488 for Henriksen, 14.501 for Mayfield that last time by. That's just how close it is here at Franklin County Speedway. $20 laps to go here at Franklin County Raceway. The Titans of Grand National Super Series of 2025. A.J. Henriksen, Jeremy Mayfield, and Zexler now has some breathing room for third ahead of the number 23 of Chrissy Wallace. Mayfield venturing to the outside just a little bit there. Trying to find something different. Find a different route around that number 46 of A.J. Henriksen. He does it again. See if he can make time. As both of these cars very, very strong here in the late goings of this 50-lapper. Henriksen went a little bit higher that time around. Mano y mano, A.J. Henriksen and Jeremy Mayfield. Back down in the lower right, there's Mitchell Stapleton and Richard Caldwell battling it out for fifth. Caldwell and that Franklin County Limited Sportsman fitting right in here, battling it out with Mitchell Stapleton. Stapleton, a career night for Stapleton. Starting on the front row in both races. Top 5 runs so far in both races. But can he hold off the number 13 of Caldwell? Caldwell going to the outside. He has plenty of laps here at Franklin County Raceway. Both of them now starting to inch closer up to Chrissy Wallace. Top left still battling it out hard for the lead. A.J. Henriksen and Jeremy Mayfield. Caldwell almost to the right rear quarter panel of Stapleton. Won't make it work this time. Now Stapleton going to work on Chrissy Wallace. Chrissy Wallace, Mitchell Stapleton. Stapleton experimenting with that outside now. We can tell he is getting more and more comfortable with these Grand National Super Series cars every single race. Getting better and better and better, and now on the charge of the number 23 of Chrissy Wallace. Battle still close up front between Henriksen and Mayfield. Mayfield now a little bit closer to the back bumper of Henriksen. Coming now to just 7 laps to go. On the bottom right again, Chrissy Wallace, Mitchell Stapleton, Richard Caldwell, all going for that 4th position. They'll get caught up in some lap traffic here. We'll see how they handle it. Caldwell still hanging on to that outside lane. Top left, they'll look at Mayfield. Still looking for room up high. But Henriksen strong on the bottom. Glued to the track like Velcro as we are coming up to 4 laps to go. Both of these drivers up front, the 46 and the 19, have to make perfect laps. Just 3 to go here at Franklin County Raceway. What will Jeremy Mayfield do for the win tonight? For the opportunity to sweep. 2 laps to go. They get around the number 62 of Dave Hutchinson without incident. Mayfield just inches away from the back bumper of A.J. Hendrickson. Hendrickson, though, gapping him just a little bit on the straightaway. Mayfield with a run into 3. We're white flag here at Franklin County Raceway. Hendrickson now just has 2 more corners. Will Mayfield make one final charge? He will, deep into turn number 3, but it's not enough. A.J. Hendrickson wins at Franklin County Raceway. We'll come down here and get a word with our third place finisher, the number 75 of Garrett Anzexler. Unstrapping all of the paraphernalia here. Garrett Anzexler, a career run here for the number 75. Here with Angelo Martin, a racing legend himself. Garrett, if we can get you to the front of the car here. A tremendous run in third for Garrett Anzexler. Tell me, how was it battling Chrissy Wallace in the 23 and fighting for the lead here?
It was pretty good. I mean, it was fun racing these. I'm glad I got the opportunity to come out here. I mean, all I got to do is thank God. Comedic Gas Kids, Bobby Gorman, Brett Jursick and Ryan, and of course my grandpa, Bob Shack, for getting me out here. It's a very fun run.
It seems like you made a vast improvement there between race 1 and race 2. Just how much did you learn in race 1 to help you out here?
Definitely race 1 taught me a lot more racecraft than I should have known, but big refresh for me, and it felt good to be back in there.
That's Garrett Anzexler, your third place finisher in the second twin 50-lap race here at Franklin County Raceway. As we'll go ahead and get a word with our winner, A.J. Hendrickson. A.J., that car got out front and just seemed like a rocket ship. What did you guys do in between races to get this thing so fast?
Honestly, just a little bit of air pressure change. Not much of a change with the car. I was saving a lot in the first race, quite a bit, not sliding. I didn't have much, for Jeremy in the first race, so I decided to just calm down and ride it out, and that pays off in the second race a lot. We're all out there slipping and sliding, so it was a lot of fun. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me, letting me do this. My wife, of course, Bob Shack and the boys for putting together a great car.
That's A.J. Hendrickson, your winner of the second twin 50-lap event. We'll come over here and get a word with second place, Jeremy Mayfield. If we could get you to the front of the car, Jeremy. Seems like every race, again, it's you and this white number 46. How fun is it racing, A.J. Hendrickson?
It's a lot of fun. We've had a good year all year. We've raced like this back and forth and been clean racing, just good, put on a good show. And, AJ's he's a great driver, tough to beat. You got a great car, and we feel the same way. We got a good car, and it's just, pretty even. And, I'm just glad to finish second. We had some trouble with our left rear tire tonight. We had a seal bust loose on us and leaking oil out of it. So I'm just glad to finish and come home second.
That's Jeremy Mayfield, your second place finisher. Thank you all for joining us here at Franklin County Raceway. We will see you next week at Carteret County Speedway over on the coast. Until then, we'll see you next time.